Hello, this is Feel the Soul, and I'm here with your reading for Aquarius, November 2020. So we're going to start shuffling these cards. Oh, a little sticky. Let's see. Cards for Aquarius 2020. Let's see what comes out. Ancestors' guides. Ancestors' guides. Angels. What are the messages? Oop. Wow. Let's see what happened here. So we have, I'm going to take these two. How many are here? I'm going to put these back and then we're going to keep shuffling. So we have the Hermit and the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. Ooh, that one wants to pop out. We have the Lovers. How about one more card or a couple more cards? There you go. Ah, and that one just kind of flew with it, so I'm taking it. So we have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's a warning here about love and money. I heard it again. Like I heard it in my head, I think 3 times. There's a warning here about money and love. Like a love affair, sexual affair. And I think that's what's kind of going on with Aquarius. Maybe Aquarius is like unaware, and maybe the universe is kind of saying to you, your ancestors, guides, and angels, is be aware and be careful in the month of November about your money, your assets, the things that you value. It's like you need to be alert and kind of on top of your game. There might be an influence here with a partner, a sexual partner, or somebody that you would like to be in a sexual relationship with, where you have eventually, you have this kind of fantasy, affection for male or female. I feel like because of this person, you may not be paying attention to the other things in your life that matter, that have value. I mean, this could easily be anything. It could be like you're not paying it. For an example, you may not be paying attention at work with projects at work. Maybe things need to get out on certain deadlines. And because you're infatuated or you're thinking about somebody else from your past, from your present, somebody that you're trying to connect with energetically, maybe you're not paying attention to what brings the income in, what brings the money in. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like there's a warning here saying, don't get too over invested in this affair, this relationship, this fantasy, even about somebody. Maybe you're just thinking and thinking about a person, and that alone, that could be what it is, where you're just thinking and thinking about an ex, right? A former lover, somebody in your future that you're thinking about that you would love to connect with, and have a relationship with. The idea of it is almost what's keeping you occupied and busy and not allowing you to be productive. It's almost like, if I could say, there's a feeling of obsessiveness here. You're a bit obsessive, or somebody is obsessive with you and thinking about you all the time, maybe bugging you and not allowing you to concentrate on the things that matter to you. Okay, so here we are, and I feel like you're not focused, or Again, it could be the other person's not allowing you to focus because they're infatuated with you, but it affects you right here. It's affecting you. So this can be a former person, or it could also be somebody that you're thinking about, if this is you, or somebody's thinking about you and you're not even in the relationship yet. It's just the idea. And I see it right here. I really do. I see it right there. It could even just be the idea of the connection with you and how it's affecting you. It's either the other way. It's one or the other, right? It's either that person is obsessing over you and not and affecting you somehow because maybe they're bugging you and they're bothering you, or it could be you doing it to yourself where you're just so much thinking about somebody that you've met or that you had in your past, and you're just thinking about them and thinking about them in the month of November. And there's this warning about you watching the productivity in your life. So because you're thinking so much about this person, the idea of being with them, of having this relationship with them, the only problem is that kind of affecting it's affecting your mindset, your stability, your common sense, your common sense. And so I think that there's a warning. Be careful about the things that matter to you, that make you money, that are uh, projects, paying your bills on time, um, connecting with your family and loved ones. Those are things that you would put in this chest that have value, and they do have value. They do, right? And so this energy about this lover or former partner or someone that you're obsessive or obsessing over, or they are obsessing over you, is kind of interfering here in your energy. It's the idea of the connection, reconnecting, or something new to come into play. So I'm sorry, I'm looking, to see if I can hear or sense or feel anything. Yeah. And it's just not helping you. And you have to be careful too, because it might be affecting, right? Like we just said, it could be affecting your world and your environment. And if you're not careful, it could start showing. And I think that's the warning from the hermit. Now, I know if I'm correct, people always talk about the hermit as being a Virgo. But here, I just feel more like it's the hermit as the hermit and kind of guiding you and shining the light over your money and your assets and telling you to be careful, to be smart, to think about the experience in your life and the experiences you don't want to go through again, possibly, or the mistakes that, or avoid pitfalls and roadblocks, blocks. The hermit is here warning you to be careful and to take care of the things that matter to you that have value, and literally can be things that your money. Maybe you're getting a little bit excited about this person and you're kind of going loose with the money, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? The only thing is if it's not in the budget, if it's not um if the other person isn't appreciating or respecting the fact that you're sharing something with them, um, then you want to be careful about what is the intention of this person. Um, there might be a little bit of intention here, like I want you to loosen up the purse strings or the wallet strings, and spend on me. And I really do think that that's where the hermit's coming in, saying, well, you really need to think about this, Aquarius. You really need to think about how much can you really afford. And what I mean by afford is mentally, emotionally, financially, personally, and then also your time. Like, is all of this taking up too much energy in your life, and it's absorbing too much, and yet it could be draining you, and you could be right here. This could be draining you, and you're not even getting what you want out of it. It might be just a person you're fantasizing about. It could be a person from your past, and you're not really receiving anything, perhaps, in exchange for this loss of sleep, the stress, the lack of focus, and I think that's what the hermit's coming in, giving you a warning, like, hey, be careful as you go into this, as you're in this energy. Make sure your eyes are open, make sure you're aware of what you're doing. Don't lose so much control of the things that you have, that you've worked so hard for. You've worked so hard for this, so just be careful who you're sharing it with, because is this a reality? Is this a thought only? Is there a plan here? Are you being reciprocated with attention and energy? Are you losing, like, your focus? Are you present, or are you in the cloud? Are you in fantasy? Right? Like, where are you in this? And if it's not you, it would be the reverse, right? This person that you're trying to connect with, maybe they're in fantasy, they're not focused, and you're trying to maybe, like, understand what it is that they need from you in order to maybe make this more realistic, more real. And if there is something going on here, like a relationship, um is there balance here? Are the people here even? Is one giving and the other one's taking a little, and then the other one gives a little so the other one can take? Is because here, with the Nine of Swords, I just feel like somebody's not getting enough of what they need, or they're not getting a break. I just hear obsessing or obsessive. So it could be that you're not allowing yourself to have just a mental break from the relationship. Maybe you need some space to step back and look at things, right? Look at yourself and be like, okay, am I on point? Do I like where this is going? Is this realistic? Can this happen? Or is it the other person? Is the other person affecting me, bugging me, obsessing over me, and wanting things from me, taking too much energy, taking too many my money maybe, and the hermit is here warning about all of that. Okay, so that is something that I see for Aquarius. I'm gonna shuffle just a few more cards. Let's see what else. Let's see if there's anything else or something to add to the story. So it's just more like a warning about, where are you in November in regards to somebody you have affection for. We have the Nine of Wands. I'll pull out maybe two more cards and see if this is attached to the same story. Or do we have anything else that Aquarius needs to hear? Oh, okay. What's going on there? I saw a card wanting to come out. That wants to come out. We have the Six of Pentacles, and there you go. Okay, we'll take these cards and see what it says. So we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. I think this might be continuing story. In the month of November, the Nine of Wands talks about someone coming in and asking for forgiveness, or being apologetic for behaviors from the past. for like things that they did, actions that they took, and now they're kind of coming into the picture asking in a sense for forgiveness or for another opportunity, another chance. And I think Aquarius, if this is you, you give that person the chance. You really do. I think you allow them and you give them the space to do it. I think you're considering it. I think it is related to like a lover or a former partner, an ex even. And mm, mm, let me see. Yeah. And if again, if it's the reverse, it would be the other way, right? Where um you're you're asking for forgiveness from somebody. Maybe you're asking for a second chance, for help, for guide, like not help, not for guidance, for help, like because you're wanting that opportunity to reconnect. And maybe you need, if this is the reverse role, you're looking for that opportunity again to share in what you once had or what you can have in the future, how you can benefit from this relationship. So we have the Six of Pentacles, then we're going to the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, I see actually that this can be kind of a successful mission, if you will. You've got to be careful still, again, if this is for you, Aquarius, you got to be careful about the things we spoke up already in this first row. But I see that this second row, it could be like, again, like a successful mission I am hearing. It's just you got to be alert. You've got to be present. You've got to be aware so that nothing's slipping through the cracks. So you want this to work, then you've got to be focused. You can't be in the clouds. It should be an easier time. It shouldn't be complicated. You shouldn't feel pressured to give money. You shouldn't feel pressured to give answers immediately. You shouldn't feel pressured to accept someone's apology. But I feel like, even with that said, I feel like someone's going to kind of give in here and kind of start to accept steps forward, moving forward with an energy, past, present, future. And I think that it can be successful. I really do. I think that there is traits here that could be a win-win for everybody. But again, if it's Aquarius, if it's you, then you have to stay alert. Maybe you don't share the whole box. You don't share the whole thing that you've got. Maybe you start with one pentacle and see how that individual works with you and respects you and the things that you have to offer. A home, peace of mind, food on the table, partnership, things like this are valuable. And so maybe this is the warning about you again, just being careful about how you step into a relationship, how you maybe accept somebody for what the things they have done, or maybe their lifestyle, maybe it's not, doesn't come natural to you, whatever that is. And so maybe you begin this acceptance of this other energy. Okay, that's fine, but you've got to be alert. You've got to not just give everything away. You got to do steps and see how it can progress. And I do think that if you do that, it will progress and it will grow into something nice, into like a nice little timeline of this relationship. So this could be the beginning of a new relationship for Aquarius, but there is the warning to not give everything away, right? Don't give the whole store away. Kind of start working in steps and make sure that you're focused at work or family life, whatever is grounding you. Stay focused in that. Don't fall too much into fantasy. Don't think too much about the other person. Don't allow that person to stress you out too much and push your energy, because you have to stay focused and keep everything going. I think you're intrigued by this person. I think that you're willing to accept this person as they are, and I think you will help them and maybe give them a fresh start, give them some money even, so that this can kind of move forward and maybe this partner can move in with you even. But like again, like I said, it's pump the brakes, don't give it all away, and just kind of let this gradually work and grow. It's like a seed. You plant a seed, you put it in soil, you add water to it, you see how it goes. You add water in the next few days and you see how that goes. And gradually with time, you will see how you've done. If you overwatered it, the plant's not going to grow and it's not going to, there's no growth. But if you do it timely and methodically and you're conscious and attentive to it, you know, you're not overly thinking about it, you're just doing just what feels right, then you'll have something bloom. It'll grow. And that's exactly what we want here with this relationship that I'm feeling, this energy here that I'm feeling. Okay? So I feel the soul, and this is a reading for Aquarius, November 2020. Please like or subscribe. I'm having some issues with YouTube, very little views. I've got to get this sorted out, but I'd be so grateful. If you like it or anything, just please let me know, and I will be back mid-month. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.